Monday gave us a quiet tape and a loud message. The headline indexes barely moved, but underneath, the market just made a decision it had been circling for weeks. The Dow actually finished green, adding 160 points, up 0.32%, to close at 49,686. The S&P 500 was essentially flat, down 0.07% at 7,403. And the Nasdaq lagged, falling 134 points, down 0.51% to 26,091, dragged lower by its biggest names in tech. The story behind all of it starts in the Strait of Hormuz. With the US and Iran still deadlocked, oil stayed elevated. Brent crude swung between roughly $107 and $112 a barrel through the session. And elevated oil is no longer just an energy story. It's an inflation story. Here's the decision the market made today. After last week's hot inflation data, traders have now completely ruled out a Federal Reserve rate cut for the rest of 2026. Not delayed, ruled out. Some are even pricing in the odds of a hike before year-end. The 10-year Treasury yield pushed up to 4.63%, its highest level in about a year, before easing back. And if you want the cleanest confirmation that this is a rate story and not a panic story, look at gold. On a day with rising geopolitical risk, gold is supposed to catch a safe haven bid. Instead, it's been sliding, down close to 4% over the past week, near its lowest since March. That's not a contradiction. When yields climb and the Fed is expected to stay tight, the cost of holding an asset that pays you nothing goes up. The safe haven money this time is moving into the dollar and into treasuries, not the metal. Under the surface, it was a rotation. Financials and industrials did the heavy lifting for the Dow, while technology was the weakest corner of the market. Microsoft was a bright spot, rising about 3% after Bill Ackman's Pershing Square disclosed a new stake. LiveRamp jumped 27% on news it's being acquired by Publicis. On the other side, Regeneron dropped roughly 10% on a clinical trial setback. All of which sets up Wednesday. Nvidia reports earnings, the single biggest test of whether the AI trade can keep carrying this market. And Walmart and Target report the same day, giving the first real read on whether higher energy prices are starting to reach the American consumer. A quiet Monday, but the week gets loud fast. The regime has shifted, from when will the Fed cut to whether the Fed hikes. And that changes how every chart on your screen behaves. We cover the markets on the days that actually move, with explainers when it helps. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. We'll see you next time.